Hello there viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome to Creeper World 4, well, the demo of Creeper World 4. I don't think they'll give me the full version of the game, I'm not quite that big on YouTube. What is Creeper World? Well, you may be wondering, maybe you've never seen the original games, which occurred many years ago on Flash, and I presume made by the same people. I used to play this years ago, I used to love it. It was, it's a little bit tower defensey, it's a little bit puzzle, it's a little bit strategy. It's alright, it's kind of fun anyway. I played for the missions, it's quite good. I was interested to see how it had changed once they'd moved the Creeper World stuff onto Steam. And it's a little prettier, but a lot of it's quite similar as far as the mechanics and everything else. And I enjoy it, it's a very relaxing thing to do. So we just get started and then you can find out what the heck it's all about anyway. By the way, there is some fairly terrible story tacked onto the front of it. It doesn't really need to be there, but never mind. Sorry, apologies. Oh, music. I cannot fiddle, but I can make a great state of a small city. Themistocles. Good job, Themistocles. Oh no, do we have to go through this? I don't think we do we? Do we have to go through this? Rift launch facility? Mars? Maybe we do. The idea is that there's the creep, by the way. We're supposed to be leaving. Is there voice acting? I hope not. I might have to skip. Okay. Launch party. So the point about the launch party is Rift technology. Okay, I'm going to skip this. I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. This is a typical map. Okay, and what they're going to do is, you can zoom in quite a lot. This is the big improvement. The original Flash game was very much a top-down. It's got quite a nice 3D thing. Look, little battery plugins. There's some little cannons and various other things. And our base here. Rift technology is about jumping between worlds or between dimensions. I can't recall now. Are you going to make me do this really? Rotate? Ah. I never actually played with that in the game. That's very new. Kind of nice sometimes to have that. Yes, yes. Launch facility. Select tower. Okay. So what's going to happen before long is the creep is going to arrive. Okay. In most maps, it's already here. It's starting to come in and impinge on the environment. It's like a purple liquid. Flows over. Follows gravity and follows terrain. You know that, and it consumes and destroys everything it touches. So we're going to have to stop that from happening. Okay. Now in the original games, the idea was always to hold out as long as possible, and then to escape. Was the by fulfilling a certain number of challenges. With the later games, you could neutralise the creep or the creep emitters to some degree. So you could stop it coming in, but again, you're still just going to leave every map. You're going to complete every map. Okay, so what we're going to do is select to build a tower from the build menu, and it will connect the Rift Lab and power the lights. Really, what the point of this is that we're going to need energy to do everything in the game. Slap coffee. So there are various ways of generating energy, and one of the most basic ones is the tower up here. Stored energy. Used energy and generated energy, and of course you want to have your generation. You want to have your generation to be over your usage. There we go. Storage is building up, but of course if you've got a bit of storage, you can use that to do a little burst. Things going on. Yes, yes, yes. Get on with it. So there we go. So these towers are building and filling up. Soylent Fields. So the towers are We don't really care how they make energy. They make energy. We don't care about anything else. about how the technology behind it, how it might work. The towers cover a certain area of the ground, so there's no point overlapping them, but you need to have them close enough that you can they form a network. And at the ultimate point of the network is joining on to here. Anything isolated from the lab, the main building, will not function on its own. Okay, everything has to route through here ultimately. Oh no, meteors coming in. There we go. Here comes the creep. It's arriving. It doesn't usually arrive like this, but it is in this case. There it is, purple liquid. Starting to spread out. Yes, yes. Move the rift lab. So many of the buildings in the game can be moved. Not the towers, as far as I'm aware, but things like, for example, the cannons can be moved around, see, to more appropriate places. The way to ultimately lose the game is to have this stuff eat your lab, the rift lab. It's destroying everything else in sight. Ow, my ears. There we go. Unknown material. So we need to move a cannon. And these little cannons will do a little bit to hold back the literal tide of unpleasantness coming in. They use energy as well. Building them uses energy, and then arming them. See, there he goes, he's shooting. Now, the little red dot moving along there was ammo. So along the network is where energy travels to build new items. Resources might travel, there are other resources in the game, and ammo travels. There's a limit to how fast everything can move. Might be a way to upgrade that in the future, I don't know. But essentially, this is your lifeblood. Everything is to travel along the networks. Breaking in your networks is bad, because things can get isolated. The cannon might be able to fire for a while if it was isolated on its own. Oh, more stuff coming in. What are you going to ask us to do now, guys? Oh, we're still waiting for that to move in, are we? The stuff destroying everything. Launch sequence. Launch sequence needs time to initialize. Use mining cannons to keep the unknown material away from the rift lab. That's fine. We can do that. Isn't it cool the way it flows, though? Isn't that good? The way it flows in. And landscape is important. What the shape of the landscape is and where threats might be coming from is very important. Here we go. We're going to go anyway. It's not a problem. It's the first level. You might never have played the game. You know, it's telling you how to do it. What's this? Something being blown up there? I don't know. And enough cannons. Ow, my ears! Can effectively hold back an awful lot of this stuff. But we'll cover that in a minute. So, now trying to add some more features. Okay, so this time we've gone to the wrong place. This isn't Farsight, wherever we were trying to get to. We've gone to the wrong place. And this place is already full of creep. Do we have any emitters here? I don't think we do. No. So we're paused. So we've got great piles of creep everywhere, which are going to slowly spread out. And we've got a thing here we should grab. Another thing over here. And some stuff here. Liftic is a resource in the game. So we're going to build one thing right now. So let's build some towers. There's the area, by the way, I was talking about that they cover. Let's stretch them a little bit. Let's get a bit of juice coming in. This is of course a vulnerable area because the stuff could flow over the top here. The creep could flow over the top. Oh, I can't quite do it. So there's no point building like this close. Better to build efficiently as possible. And then we're making a little red connection up here with this thing here. No, that's wrong. Just destroy that. I've not actually built it yet. There we go. Release the pause. There you go. It's building this tower. It starts to pick up energy. So our generation starts to overpass, well, we'll hopefully overpass our usage soon. Install and execute one of 42 archives. And we have some weird AI here. Some weird religious AI. Lost in space with a cult virus and surrounded by unknown liquid of death. Nice. We can still use the with the cannons though. So, let's pause for a second. Most vulnerable point here now is here. Now, remember cannons can be moved, so you don't necessarily want to build them where you want to use them, because it could be that... Let's ignore that. It could be that, you know, the place where you're building is dangerous. But for now we're just going to build it here. We'll build one, and then we'll build... That should be a whole back, and we should probably build a second one, really. But we'll get a bit more juice coming in, shall we? Let's unpause. And if you watch, you'll be able to see the... I'm not sure that's connected actually. The tower being built. There's the progress bar. Because that creep is getting rather high. Activate the thing to the east. Yeah, we've got to get over there. We might have a bit of trouble though, because this place is starting to fill up with the nasty purple gunk. How are we doing? Deficits 0.9. We need a bit more power coming in. Once the cannon's built, now it's got some ammo. And there you go, it can keep some of this back. I'm going to build a second cannon here, because this is our vulnerable spot here. This will keep pinging away. Creeper, yes. That's what it's called. It's creep. There we go, make a network if we can. Starting to come in on the right hand side. So in fact we'll put another one over here. We'll watch out for where it's flooding and deal with it as we go. We have to get across here. Now, these here are emitters. Okay, they're going to keep producing continual amounts of creep. It's just how it is. A little bit of storage. This is it's a part of the game can get quite intense. Otherwise, generally, you consider it like a puzzle game. It's not too demanding on your brain power. I'm sure you can do these things super fast if you want to. You can do like a look at my super fast build. See how quickly I beat this level. But really, you don't have to at all. It's a relaxing and quiet game. And we're going to build. Can we reach across? Not easily. If we do it there, we're in the creep. So ready? Oh, I'm surprised actually. I'm surprised that worked. We're going to get a cannon over there now actually, because that's going to get eaten by the creep fairly quickly. I'm not sure I'll be able to protect it. Moving a cannon across, we might be able to keep that away, but I think that's going to get isolated. We might have to break into here. We will see what we can do, shall we? We need another weapon now as well. We've got plenty of we've got plenty of power anyway. We're holding it all back. Actually, we're not down here. No, it really got destroyed, see? Because it was trying to build... The creep will eat it fairly fast. What you can do, though, is you can drop a cannon into creep, and it will survive long enough to usually drive it back if there's not a ridiculous amount there. Okay, this is holding back. It's holding back the creep from the area, but he is a little bit on his lonesome over there. What is that the remains of? It's like street lights over there. The remains of something. We'll get ourselves another cannon over here. Now you notice the travel of material going across here. You can stretch your networks after a while. There is a physical limit in how fast... Oh, we've cleared a nice little space here. How much you can do. It's not a terribly hard level again. Again, they're easing us into it. But ultimately, right now, we cannot survive this level. Anything else? Maybe I've done this wrong. Maybe I need to go across here. Oh well. Well, we'll deal with that, won't we? We've got a bit of juice coming in anyway, so that's fine. Let's build this way then. Have I forgotten how to do the level already? So, this is where we learn to do beachheads, I guess you would say. A beachhead. And in fact, I'm betting we could drop a cannon right in there, and it would, maybe two cannons to hold off these two tides coming in. Yeah, what do you reckon? Wait for that one to get some ammo first. I reckon so, though. I reckon we can take this area. How about you, Creep? Creep is not entirely mindless, though. In that we will meet things later where it does seem to do things to target particular things it thinks are vulnerable. Areas it thinks are important. We might be able to jump across here if we make a little break here. Even though this isn't built yet, again, these towers will hold off for a while. Power's not a problem. A bit further. Usually I have to keep a rolling wave of cannons going. So that one's not doing anything, so we can roll him forward into here. Otherwise, in the time it takes to move a cannon, you might lose control of the situation. I'm going to keep one firing. How are we doing in general? It's pretty good, isn't it? You're not doing anything. Get over here, buddy. Pull your weight. So we might better keep this corralled over here. It shouldn't take too long to do that. There we go. He's doing God's work over there. Oh my god, I'm doing it now. There we go, and that should give us enough of a clear path to break through to here. Do you like the dramatic music? Maybe we need some new cannons. Sometimes I like to keep a little group of them ready to go, depending on how hard the level is. Stretch your limit a little bit about how far you can get your ammo coming in. Again, so right here, this is pretty critical here. There's everything, almost everything's going through this route over here. Right then, let's see if we can. You've got to be careful to make sure. Right now, see, it looks like it's linked up, but in fact, it's only linked to the cannons. That's linked to the rest of the network. Like that. And I think we've taken control of this up here. And we'll protect this. We'll see what this is, and then we'll find out what this is over here. They're basically slowly feeding you new toys. Aren't we? That's what we're getting. What's that? 4 of 4 archives. More compatible software on the alien world. Unable to initiate the jump back to Mars. Coordinates could not be established without a rift carrier signal. Over here, see? A totem. Another one over here. So we need to use totems. We'll see what this is. But totems are required to do the lift jump and get the hell out of this place. Yeah? I'm going to drop you guys straight into the purple stuff. Hope you don't mind too much. I presume you're not controlled by people. There's no people sitting inside these cannons. Yeah, I do like the sort of rough look of the area. There's another emitter over there, look. Now, small amounts of creep will vanish over time, but we've got this under control here. Otherwise the only option is to shoot it. Let it work. Push forward a little bit, fellas. Push forward. There we go. Is that close enough? It is. That'll be enough to hold that back. There, of course, will be new weapons and toys later. I don't think they're going to give us a way to get rid of these just yet. What are we going to get out of here? It looks like it needs something. Just a connection, maybe. No? I'm kind of surprised. Oh, here we go. It looks like it needs ammo, really. Looks like a bit like an ammo symbol. I don't know. Maybe we need lifting stuff over here. This stuff here. Where should we go next? Let's go this way. This seems fairly fairly clear. What are you? Which of you guys not doing anything? In you go. Drop you into the poops. And we shall. Can I build this here? What we'll do is we'll build... No, we'll build it in a second. I'll wait for the towers to drop in first. Now, although this is a calm, relaxing game I described, you can get ones that are quite intense levels though. Some really... We'll see one towards the end that really is a race against time. And it will go wrong if you don't do it quickly enough. See this thing here, so we've got it linked here, but we still need this stuff. If I drop you into here, will that be okay? There used to be a rule about the cannons and they worked best if they were above the creep they were attacking. That might have been changed. That always used to be a thing. I think you lot have got that. Who's not doing anything useful? Don't really need more juice. We could fill this up to get more power, but we don't really need to. Here. You're not doing very much right now. I think even if you hadn't played the game before, like I have many times, the original games, I'm sure you'd have no trouble at all getting into this and working out what you need to do. But yeah, some of the early Flash games were, Flash levels were very much that you had interesting scenarios where something like a sudden tide of creepers going to turn up, or it seemed very hard to break into a new area. Like, what techniques would you use to give you the opening? The rolling line of cannons wasn't working. How would you get into this new area and deal with the creep? And that's where the puzzle aspect comes in. Here we go. We'll drop one up here just to defend these from any invading creep from the other side. But once we've claimed this, we've claimed it. Supply pod. And we need to break across over here as well. So who's not doing anything? You! Just pause for a second. If I do a big move sometimes, this is very gentle and safe, but in some games I would, when there's a lot of stuff to deal with, where are you connected to? Oh, there. I would pause before sending in the lads. Sending the troops. There we go, Liftic's coming out of here. So that should go over here. Oh look! It's doing something. It's producing a mysterious white fluid. It's getting rid of the purple. The good juice. Yes, it is making anti-creep That's right. That is a thing we'll have to deal with more and more in the future. So, yeah, this is using liftic to make anti-creep, and these totems, this has now got a force field around it, is also using, it's using liftic as well to, no, that should be going down more, I would have thought. Early level, maybe not, maybe it's not doing it too hard. Ah, it's, look, I've not made the connection. I have not properly made the connection. I'll do it, there we go. Yes, in this case it's using it to make this, which makes it a safe, clear area here, away from the creep, and also allows us to jump out of here in a minute. And this one is using it instead to make stuff that gets rid of the creep. Doesn't destroy these, remember? Just drives it back. Are we all done now? Is this linked? That's linked. That's linked. That one should come on in a second. Yeah, there goes the liftic. Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. And our achievement, activate totems, is done. Ow! And there's nothing else to do here. Praise be the founders. Let's get out of here to the next level.